Hi, I was going to go over a few different ideas that a secondary math teacher can use using this kind of smart notebook, smart amp, just the whole software suite. So this whole lesson is going to kind of be geared around these four different equations that I put together. The way I've kind of put these into different formats for other games and activities later on, all I was doing, I was using my smartboard tools, so my screen capture toolbar, and I just simply went over and then I would save this to location of my computer so I can do this with any kind of like Google search or anything else that you're using or any kind of curriculum based thing just to save this to my desktop version. Now, running through these things a little bit, you do have a widget with GeoGebra now. That widget can be found over here in the side puzzle pieces. So as you can see, we have already graphed x squared, but scrolling down here, I want to see what that looks like compared to 3x squared. So I'm just going to scroll it over there, and you see how it instantly graphs it versus 3x equals y. You see you have your linear line. So you can start to be able to move these around. I could change colors. If I write it in a different color, it'll also graph it in that color as well. So these are different options, just being able to use GeoGebra. I could put points in there. I could put polygon shapes as well. If you are wanting to get a little bit more complex with the equation that you are writing out, I could go in here and I could write with my pen tools, and I'm just going to do sine of 3x squared minus 2, and then it's going to actually put that into words for me here in more of a text format. I'm just going to pull that over, and it will graph that as well. If I zoomed in, obviously you got these little squiggly lines put in there, the waves. Now that's kind of more of a teacher-led. Now we want to kind of allow students to be able to do it on their own as well. Kind of practice and what that might look like. I remember when I taught math, just being able to identify the differences between the different equations. You can be using this in whatever different format you want, but it's kind of like a flashcard. So how it would be set up is 3x minus 5. What's that look like on a graph? Well, we just take a little picture like I used before, and we can kind of be moving things around just to kind of quiz what we're wanting to do. If we were want to do something a little bit higher level in terms of ranking, I know we could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and order those in greatest to least, but we're going to go a little bit more complex. Maybe I would just put on the board, hey, please rank these in order from least to greatest when x's input is 2. And in that case, the students are having to go through and drag these and put these to where they belong in terms of when x is equal to 2, maybe, and then trying to figure out the y output. You can change the equations, you can put whatever you want in there, you can rank however you want, but it's just kind of the format to follow around with what you're wanting to do. To leverage your student devices, these activities and games that I've kind of showed here, we're going to be clicking over on the tablet, and students would just go to classlab.com, type in this activity code here, and they would actually be able to start playing this from their own device, whatever device that might be, whether it be a Chromebook, Apple iPad, whatever you are using, even your phone, you actually can pull this up and can be playing this as well. So your students can interact with the content and material, so it's no longer just one person using it, it's actually your entire class. And since it's web-based, they could be anywhere really. As you can see, I just logged in with a student and they're playing individually as well. So I just hit start for students and it'll show up on their desktop or browser screen, whatever they're using. Now, if I wanted to take things a little bit further, so now we're kind of playing some interactive games, but I want to be able to check in on what they learned in that class period. Instead of using clickers, now we're just using web-based. Again, going to the same website as before, classlab.com. Actually, if you were to see my own phone device right now, it would be playing that basketball game. However, when I hit start for students and start this activity, it's going to instantly pull them over into this quiz, and we can be walking through these different quiz questions. The first quiz question, if I'm just going to go ahead and end this real quick so you can kind of see the different quiz questions that I created. Actually, I already answered it on my own here. But here's the first one here. What does y equal when x is 1? So again, just using that same picture, typed in answers for multiple choice. Correct answer is B. For one student, I did not answer, but if they did answer, you would get that analytical feedback, kind of get a graph view as well versus a pie chart view. My other question that I have put in there, I'm going to scroll down here, is what does y equal when x is 7? In this case, they're just putting a numeric answer. I can export these results directly into an Excel sheet and be allowed to see every individual student, how they did, the breakdown on each individual number of my quiz. So what I'm doing for that is I'm just going up here in the Smart Lab. Just kind of highlighted a few things there with the flashcards, the flip chart there before. I also have the ability to do fill in the blanks, some other different game shows that you might want to be using to test your quiz. I did a rank order just a second ago, and then I just did the response clickers, but you have shout it out, you have sorting activities. It's really whatever you're trying to get out of it that day. Now when we start using the different tools that might be available to you kind of thing in math, I might come up here in my measurement tools. So I might have a ruler that I'm wanting to use, and in that case I'm going to just go ahead and draw a line, and I just want a straight line. And now I have a straight line. Or I want to be able to go through here and have a compass. So I could use this and draw a circle all the way through. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up here. And then with this, I'm going to go ahead and position it where I want. And I'm going to take my pen, just circle it around, and now I have a circle. And with this, you can kind of see the degrees, what you're going with there, and be able to have a full circle to interact and work with at this point. Maybe I want to be able to actually take my pen tools, and I'm going to do my shape recognition pen. In that case, I'm going to go ahead and draw a triangle, and then I'm going to, with that, take my triangle, do the drop-down menu, show my side links, show my angles, show my vertices, and in this case, now I have an interactive triangle changing the different vertices of my triangle. Now I have an obtuse, now I have an, trying to get an acute angle here. Well, you have the idea. If I were right now, there we go, I have an acute angle. So then just being able to see the different side links. With that, you also have the ability to do a protractor and doing the different angles. You could put different line lengths in there. So if I were to go up here, you can see what the degrees is. I can be able to create that, and now I have your own little vertices there to be able to create a new angle, and I can interact with that material as well. Yes, there are more math tools built into this that you can use and interact with. However, I was wanting to kind of go a little bit higher level now, and I was going to go jump into what also comes with the software suite is what we call Smart Amp. In this case, we're going to kind of be working through on what is the relationship between the shapes below. This will save directly into your Google Drive. Everything is integrated together. They talk, they open up the API, so it's a living document. You can invite all of your students in here and pass it out to them. You can also allow them to take control from their seats, maybe another classroom. Basically, it's a casting feature, but you're not casting. It's all web-based, so they're just being able to take over the document live and be able to stream what they're doing. So I'm going to be able to, with this, zoom in, zoom out. I can put bookmarks in here, and so in this case, we're asking the students, we're kind of giving them bookmark directions of measure this area. Next, we need to be able to do how do these relate. Now we need to find the area of the purple. So without telling the students, they're kind of finding the Pythagorean theorem here by working through a similar type of thing you would do with manipulatives on a paper. But now they can do it here as well, as I can go ahead and if I wanted to put shapes, maybe I wanted to put a picture in there as well. Maybe I wanted to include a website or have a YouTube video. All these can be linked in here so students don't have to go to a million different tabs and open them up. Everything lives directly in this document itself. One thing, and I did see a math teacher do before, was in the middle of the document, they opened a workspace and said, all the questions that on your homework last night that you did not know how to do, please write them in the middle of the document. So students would come in here and write, hey, I didn't know how to do number 1, I didn't know how to do number 2, and I didn't know how to do number 5. Now, with everyone being in the same document in the same class, please go back and ones that you did know how to do that you see here, please write in the outside how you did your work and be able to show your work. One girl was really smart with this. What she did is she actually took a picture with her phone and she went and uploaded it as a PDF. So we're just going to go ahead and take the PDF file, and then she just put the picture directly in there, and then you're able to interact and write over that picture as she wanted, but she already had her work all ready to go. So hopefully this was helpful in just kind of highlighting the different things of math tools for secondary teachers. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.